Is this the Circles podcast?
And it goes a little something like.
I apologize to everyone's ears. Josh and I were jamming out, and I did not turn the music down.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck, yeah.
Bet that hurt some people.
My bad.
My bad, G.
I did not mean to make it so loud. All right, there we go.
Oh, shit.
Okie doke. What were you going to say? Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast.
God damn.
It's been a minute.
It's a week. Been a week.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he doesn't know the last time I recorded the episode. I waited a week to release it.
Fuck are those black guys?
That's on recording.
Yeah, no. That's 1 month, 2 months. There was a jump.
Josh, you're on the homepage. Click videos. We did this last time.
Oh. There was still a jump there.
Yeah. But the last one we had was a week ago.
Yeah.
7 days.
Okay.
There's a lot going
We're
on.
on time.
We already talked about that.
We're on time.
We're on time. Monday's at 9. No longer. Sorry. I got to change that. I should put some weeks Mondays.
Most days we probably upload.
Oh, fuck. There's a rule to never miss an upload. I keep breaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing so well either. It's okay. We've all been busy. I get it.
And my neck hurts.
Josh is sad.
I'm not sad. Everybody keeps telling me I'm sad in my life. I think I need to be sad to make them right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck. Camera's up there.
I was looking at him.
No, you weren't. You were looking down there. Every
It's 'cause
time.
This is me. That's you. This is me.
You don't need to look at yourself. We already did all the technical stuff. We know what we look like. There's no reason for you to be like...
It's weird just looking at the camera and not looking at me.
Well, you know. We'll just avoid the camera. Deep Pocket Monster.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, he's doing a giveaway. We were talking about Peacemaker. Explain what we were talking about. We had to hit record. We started talking without recording.
You said you hadn't watched season 1 because you weren't sure if you liked it.
I haven't watched it at all because I was like, I'm not necessarily a fan. I know John Cena's doing a great job with the role, but I was like, I don't really care. And then my impromptu into that was fucking James Gunn was like, well, it's canon, but it's not, but it's canon, but it's not, but it's canon,
and
but it's not.
My thing was, I think all of it is canon except for the end scene with the Justice League that shows up.
See, and I don't think has he explicit. He answers everything on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, here.
Yeah, let's see if he's actually answered that.
What's
canon in Peacemaker?
In Peace.
Do you like my dragon?
Season 1.
Wow, he looks black, huh?
You can tell he's red, but he does look black.
Huh. I really like those. I changed a few things.
Kept
Also-
the skateboards up.
Also, the album behind you, yeah.
Why do I have the Weezer album?
Because I have Sam Cooke, Mac Miller, and Elvis.
Where'd my Guardians album go?
It's in the thing.
I don't want Weezer. I don't fuck with Weezer.
Say it ain't so.
It's so. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm kidding. It's okay.
Put it somewhere. Give me an album you don't want. I was trying to switch it up, though.
There you go. He's just staring into their soul. Look.
Would you quit? You can move the Marshall Mathers LP too.
No, that's the one I wanted.
I know.
I want that one, and I want that one. I'm just going to move the Weezer one.
You really are just switching it back.
I'll move Eminem over here and put this one there.
That's what I was just trying to tell you. And you were like, I want Eminem.
I do. This is one of the ones I specifically said, which albums do you want? I said, MMLP2.
Do you know what this looks like, this box? It looks like Marcellus Wallace's suitcase when you open it.
Read out loud for the fans.
Most of Peacemaker Season 1 is canon with the exception of the Justice League cameo in the finale here, so you can all read it. Gunn has confirmed that the events and characters from Zack Snyder's original DCU are not automatically canon, but he's taking a selective reference-based approach, and the Justice League appearance in Peacemaker is not part of the new DCU timeline. Generally canon, the core story of Peacemaker Season 1, including Peacemaker's character development, his relationships with the team, and the events of Project Butterfly are considered part of the DCU. Justice League exclusion. The cameo appearance of the Justice League in the finale is specifically excluded from the canon of the new DCU. Gunn has stated that the Justice League team, as depicted in that scene, does not exist yet in the new timeline. And then selective approach, he's obviously selecting what's canon and what not, because I think he really, really liked how Peacemaker turned out. And then just a couple key things, he was like, it's a little sour. But now I have the opportunity to just be like, well, that never happened. And then future implications, the selective approach allows Gunn to create a cohesive universe while still potentially incorporating elements he finds compelling from the past. In Season 2, Gunn will address this Justice League cameo in a way that fits the new timeline. I am really curious to see what the fuck that means. Gunn will address the Justice League cameo in a way that fits the new timeline in Season 2 of Peacemaker. How the fuck do you pull that off? Whoa.
It was a dream.
Why are we freaking out? Okay, weird. It was a dream?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how that boils down, though. What did you want,
Keep talking.
Andy?
My computer's frozen.
His computer's frozen. His computer's frozen. Mine's not. It's okay.
I did specifically state that this computer, although has already been hanging on for dear life, is dead this year.
It is.
Like in the next 2 months. I think it was June or July.
Well, it could be worse.
It could not be frozen.
That's true. That it could also not be frozen. Boy. And you got a lot of pages pulled up. Might be a problem. Okay, so yeah, I've never watched it.
It was really good. Do you like John Cena?
Yeah, but I'm super selective about TV shows with Marvel or comic book characters I get into now, because you have really good ones like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki.
We back.
Loki is the best TV show that Marvel has made, in my opinion.
Loki's so good.
We just recently watched Daredevil's Netflix, and then Daredevil Born Again, probably up there with Loki. It is fucking phenomenal.
Moon Knight's up there too.
I disagree because I don't care for the character. That's something I'm personally not.
How fucking dare you?
You know what else? No, seriously though. But another example, I don't care about Eternals whatsoever. Whatsoever.
The movie was actually pretty good.
And then you have movies like Thunderbolts, that is now the second lowest grossing Marvel movie of all time. This is also their lowest earning phase ever. I think this is phase 6 or 7. It's the lowest phase ever. Behind is, I think, phase 1. Which, I mean...
Back to our roots.
But Thunderbolts was fucking amazing, and I am mad at fans for not going to watch it, because...
They lost faith.
I don't give a fuck. Go watch it. That one pissed me off.
Did you go and see Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania? I know the answer to this question.
I do too, and I can't say it. But I mean, I saw it. I didn't pay for it though.
But you didn't go into theaters.
I think at the time
I don't give a fuck. Go watch it.
Hold on. I think I was a store manager at the time, and if that's the case, I did not have time to go to a movie theater. You got to remember,
You always got to make time for Marvel.
I was working 7 days a week.
You always got to make time for Marvel.
I didn't want to come home and go to the fucking movie theater. Okay, I wanted to go home, sleep.
Wow.
Okay, that's different. That was also like right after COVID, and then like that was
always an excuse.
That was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you went and saw Spider-Man No Way Home, didn't you?
That I can't remember.
You did.
Did I go with you?
We went together.
Okay.
That was a group excursion.
I couldn't remember.
Toby and Andrew were in that. We went to go see that.
Uh-huh. Thunderbolts was so good in theaters.
It's fire.
Fire. Deadpool and Wolverine was good in theaters. Sinners was good. Not a Marvel movie. Might
Sinners
as well be.
was so good.
They should just make that Blade, and then we'll be good.
Dude, just make Michael B. Jordan Blade. I'm in.
Like, just
That's his
DVD
origin
release
story.
it. DVD release it, add an extra cameo scene, and then we see some random black dude approach Michael B. Jordan, and he's Blade, and that's it.
I'm in.
I think they could do that.
No, but that would diminish the...
How?
I'm not well equipped enough to argue this, but it would diminish it.
But how sick would that be if DVD release?
We're not doing
There's
that.
an extra scene, and he's just walking.
That's the equivalent of what fucking J.J. Abrams does for Cloverfield movies. We're not fucking doing that.
Hey, those
They make a whole fucking movie, and JJ's like, I'll buy it if I can make it a Cloverfield movie.
the whatchamacallit? The
10 Cloverfield Lane was not supposed to be a Cloverfield movie. And the Cloverfield Paradox, whatever the fuck it was called, was not supposed to be a Cloverfield movie.
Yes, it was, because it was originally supposed to be the God Particle, and instead...
But it wasn't supposed to be a Cloverfield movie.
But it was this general concept of what J.J. Abrams wanted to do
Dude,
with...
Overlord was supposed to be a Cloverfield movie, too.
That was more in speculation than it was actual rumor.
Dog.
I'm just telling you.
Don't you start with me.
I
Also, Overlord is a great movie. You should watch it. And Wyatt Russell's in it. He does a really good job.
Can I be really honest?
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with any of the Cloverfield movies at all.
I don't have an issue with them, but I wish it was a more cohesive story.
I don't think it's supposed to be, and that's the point. And the Cloverfield Paradox really tied into the fact that this is not a cohesive story. It's more than we understand.
That's
and
such a cop-out.
No, it's not, though, because when they land at the end, that is, in fact, in the first movie. They fucking full circled it, and now we know some fuck shit.
Oh, you don't know the lore? No, it's not.
And now we know some fuck shit has happened.
It's not from the first movie.
Have you not seen it?
The Cloverfield Paradox?
No.
Or the first movie?
The first movie.
No. No, it's not from the first movie.
What are you talking about?
The monster at the end that they pass to land.
Nope, not that.
What the fuck are you talking about? At the end of the first movie, we see the thing come crashing down,
Space shuttle.
Yeah.
It's in the first movie.
At the end of the Cloverfield Paradox, they come crashing down, which is what we see in the first movie. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
No.
What are
Because
you
the
saying?
monster that comes out of the clouds after they fall is way too big to be the same one from the first movie.
Okay, so are you forgetting the part where the title of the movie has the word paradox in it?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what the Godfather or the Grandfather paradox is? If you go back in time and go...
I know.
Okay, same concept
No.
with the movie.
The entirety of the internet disagrees with you.
I have to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck because mine makes way more sense than them being like, well, it's a big monster, so it just...
No, it's a multiverse.
It's... Okay. Colliding with our universe.
It's literally Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Okay, but this is my thing. Is it
That man does not have an original thought. Force Awakens is just episode 4.
This is what I'm saying, though. It can still be within the same universe, but just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it hasn't always happened.
But you just said...
What?
You're not grandfather paradoxing me right now.
I'm literally saying... I would have to be born in order to go back to kill my grandpa, but my grandpa would have to give birth to my father for me to be able to go back and kill him.
I'm comprehending.
Okay, I'm saying it is in fact a cohesive circle.
I am comprehending what you're saying.
But,
I disagree.
But it is a paradox for a reason, and I think the movie, when you actually sit back and look at it, minus the 10 Cloverfield Lane, that's the one where they're in the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, minus that one, which is clearly just a side story, which I
really did like that
I
movie.
like it. I like it.
I like Elizabeth Winstead.
I like the dude, John. Is his name John?
Jeff. No.
That's not Jeff
John.
Bridges. It's not Ham.
No. What the fuck is it?
I can't remember his name.
He's in...
Either way, that's
King
a really
Kong.
good side story, but I think the movies do a really good job at representing the grandfather paradox, to where just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it hasn't always happened by the time it does happen when it happens.
Goodman. John Goodman.
John Goodman. Okay, yeah. I can't believe I forgot that.
You saw that. I didn't... Oh, you didn't see it. I got it before it got pulled up. I just wanted to be clear. Oh, yeah. Bradley Cooper's the fucking voice
Of
the phone call that Mary Elizabeth Winstead gets in the beginning of the movie.
It's so weird.
Well, he's a big voice actor now. I mean, he played Rocket Raccoon for how long?
It's hard to believe that's him. But I think it does a good job. If you look at it that way, and to be fair, it seems to be what J.J. Abrams was going for.
It literally says you're wrong.
No,
It's a callback.
What are they calling back?
Let me go to Reddit. This is 7 years old.
Jesus Christ. Fucking up. Oh, go back up. Go back up. Oh, fuck. They're including Overlord. I don't know if we can do that. If it was set 28, you would make another point of the timeline. Part of the film is set in 2030. The franchise is not one timeline. The title should be the Cloverfield universes. Set in 2009, because at the end of the film, Rob states in his last address, the camera is walking 642. Saturday falls on May 23rd, 2009, not 2008. Still doesn't really make sense at all. Cloverfield, if done better, could be a cool modern starter. Yes. So what journalists are summarizing and concluding is that it all has to do with the Cloverfield paradox and what caused this riff with these dimensions and universes. Making my theory pretty correct. Now whether it takes place takes place on the same planet, we don't know. All I know is there's a reason that thing fell in the background.
If
and
it takes place in a different fucking planet, then it's not the same goddamn thing.
Okay.
Your original point is not correct.
My original point was just because it didn't happen here doesn't mean it hasn't happened at all.
I didn't.
Hold on. Okay, but what I'm saying. Okay, no. But what I'm
I was arguing with you about.
But what I'm saying is we don't know if it actually. It makes more.
Hold on.
More sense.
I was arguing the point of I don't think the scene at the end of Paradox is the exact it is the same thing that happened at the beginning or the end of Cloverfield 1. I do agree that the entire point of the end of Paradox was to reference and be like, this is happening again at the end of Paradox. But I was disagreeing because I thought you were stating the fact of that this scene and this scene are the same scene from a different angle.
I would argue it could be both. It could be both.
It's possible, but I do think that them showing the monster and him standing above the clouds means it can't be the same thing.
Okay, so is it weird that when I saw that, I didn't take that as literally the monster is already here? I never took that literally. I always took it as, okay, well, now he's here. Like, this is what it will eventually become. Because we saw what happened in Cloverfield 1. They took over the fucking planet, didn't they?
1?
Yeah.
It was just New York.
I know. I can't remember exactly what happens at the
end. They killed the monster at the end.
Okay.
But they also do state specifically in that it's a juvenile.
Okay. So
that's why people are like, okay, it can't be the same thing because that one's a grown-ass adult. That's why he's so big.
And I guess in my head is that one's a juvenile, but with the argument of if Paradox goes down and that's the beginning or that's the end of Cloverfield 1 where you see it in the background that's their original footage that takes place before the movie, correct?
Yeah, the scene that you see it falling out of the
Ferris
sky
wheel. Yeah.
is technically way before.
And and I'm saying if they killed the youngling, I thought that the movie was implying now it's happening like this is how it started and eventually it becomes the big monster. I didn't genuinely
you took it as like a visual interpretation of it'll happen
It's
again.
still going to. No, I'm not again. This is going to happen. But what we saw in Cloverfield, the movie, was them killing the youngling. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the only one there that landed on that ship.
Right. I'm not. That's.
I'm saying if it's the same planet.
We just argued at the beginning of this for no fucking reason then.
Why?
Because I don't disagree with that sentiment, but I'm arguing the fact is that footage with the thing falling behind the Ferris wheel is not the same thing from Paradox.
And I'm saying if you go with my argument that it is, then the events that unfold in the original Cloverfield are just them killing the youngling. But what Paradox does is shows you how it got there. But then at the end of Paradox, after it gets there, then the monster comes out. My point is eventually one will grow to be an adult that is that big. I didn't take it as literally, there's already a monster bigger than the clouds.
Why would I not take that literally?
Because it was really cheesy.
Yeah, obviously, but the Earth they fall back to, they've already confirmed there's a monster on that Earth. We literally saw it in the movie.
That Earth. That's okay.
The Earth they're going back to.
No, they're going. That's my argument. Is they're going back to the Cloverfield Earth from the first movie, not the Earth they ascended from
So
when they
three
started.
different Earths.
When they started the film. No, 2 different Earths.
But the Earth. Okay, so there's 2 different groups of people from Cloverfield Paradox.
So in
There's
Cloverfield
the
Paradox,
dimension they morph into, and their original dimension. The dimension they morph into
is the one from the is in the Cloverfield movie, the first one. So when you see
You think the astronaut, the bitch who came from the other spaceship, just failed to mention that? Hey, we have a giant monster running around.
if they transferred over, no. Okay.
The blonde chick.
Okay, so
is
this
from the switched into Earth.
which is our Cloverfield 2008 Earth, correct?
From your theory, yes.
Okay. When Cloverfield Paradox takes place, I'm arguing that monster is not on Earth yet because the events of the movie Cloverfield Paradox have not come to fruition until the end when they land on 2008 Earth.
The fact that we
And the visual
the fact that this is a conversation
in the visual
means he's not telling the story well enough.
in the visual representation of the monster being huge and big is that this is what began it, but it started on the original Earth when they started up the engine for the God particle in the Cloverfields.
So you think in this universe, the God particle happens on every Earth?
I can't say every. I just specifically know these 2 because that's all I've been shown.
But you're also saying that from the 2 Earth perspectives that we see in the Cloverfield Paradox, one of those is the same from the first movie.
Yes, which is the one at the end
The one
of
we
Paradox.
switch into.
The one at the end of Paradox is the Earth from 2008. The one they start on where
I
they go-
would think that's cool, but I think the blonde bitch would have been like, yeah, there's a giant monster on our Earth.
that's what I'm saying though, is if you take out the argument that at the end of Paradox, it's is the
No,
blonde
even if you take out the ending completely, so they don't fall through the clouds, they don't take the shuttle. The blonde chick,
What part of the movie did she come into?
she was in the fucking walls.
And is she in the end of the movie or the beginning?
She's like halfway through. It's her friend that went up instead of her. Yeah, her.
Okay, and I can't remember, do they establish in the movie that they know each other?
Yeah, so look. This is the main crew. Okay? And if you remember in the alternate timeline, he's a traitor. And she, in the alternate timeline, doesn't come up. She comes up instead. Because she wanted to stay with her kids because her kids didn't die in this timeline.
Okay, this adds to my theory. Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
Okay, so pull out
Because my point is...
pull out your paint app.
Is if that... my point is if that you're saying that her timeline, because she's not from the original, so we'll go with our timeline.
No. I'm saying the blonde girl is from the Earth from 2008.
Yes.
Okay.
She would mention the monster.
And I'm telling you,
If you're also saying
the end
that
of Paradox
that
takes place before.
but it's 2028.
Not when they go through the time. I'm saying
Yes.
there may be time travel involved is what I'm saying.
Then say that.
I didn't. I thought you understood
Then
that.
say that.
No, okay, so this is what I'm saying.
You motherfucker.
No, actually, no, it's not. It's actually, you know what? It's not time travel because time isn't linear. We just perceive it that way. Are you ready for this?
Then say that.
No, my theory makes so much sense. We've come to the whole.
Where the fuck is it? Which one does it? Docs? Can I draw with Docs? What about MS Paint? Can I just do that? Beautiful. I hope this gives me a fucking virus. There you go.
Oh, that's old school. All right, give me that.
No.
Yes.
Timeline.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
They can see it.
No, I know. It's my shaky fucking hand. Can I make it straighter? There. Timeline.
All right, let me see it. All right. I need a map. So, can I draw circles? Okay. So, this is 2028. This is the Earth.
Okay.
So this is where we start with Paradox. This is 2008, where we start with just Cloverfield. Okay. What I'm saying is at the end... What I'm saying is at the end of Paradox, that girl is from the timeline to where Black Girl didn't go up.
Mm-hmm.
So when they start up the machine, what they end up back at is the beginning of Cloverfield in the footage at the end of the Cloverfield movie. There doesn't have to be a time jump because like I said, time isn't linear. We just perceive it that way to keep track of it. So these could be happening at the exact same time, but they're not because the beginning of Cloverfield 1 is at the end of Cloverfield Paradox. Because Paradox, the reason it's a paradox is it's what started in 2008 to begin with. And the only reason we're using years is because it just makes it visually able to see. So at the end of Paradox, they send the capsule down to now a different universe and or dimensions, Earth, which is the Cloverfield Earth, and that's the footage you see at the beginning, which is based way before the movie begins, and then the events of the movie unfold. The only gripe is the big-ass monster. But I didn't take it that literally. Here you go. Do you see what I'm saying now?
So why doesn't she know nothing?
She doesn't know anything because she's in space when there is no monster because they haven't sent the probe down.
But she thinks it's 2028.
Has she said that?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Does anything else unfold after she says the year? Do they start up the machine again?
No.
Are we sure?
Well, no, they have to start up the machine again to get back.
What happens after that? We really need to rewatch these and rediscuss this again.
They go back.
They go back.
The gyro is in. They needed to get the gyro out of old boy's stomach.
Go back to the painting.
Beautiful painting.
Draw a line up where the line down for 28 is.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Draw another circle. That's where they find Blonde Girl. So what makes sense to me is we started with the line down, Earth in 2028 with the Black Girl's dimension. Then they turn on the machine and end up in 2028 in the Blonde Girl's dimension. And then to get back, they end up in 2008's dimension, which starts the beginning of the first Cloverfield movie. That is a cohesive theory. Which would explain it coming down. Once again, the only gripe is the monster that goes, bah, but I don't know how literally to take that, and JJ's never spoken on it. The Cloverfield paradox. What does that say? I guess. See? I mean, think about it, though. That is a really good theory. I feel proud. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know?
God, how's Pirate Software do it?
He's been doing it for a long time.
Fuck.
I also think he has a sideways mouse, doesn't he? Not a...
Probably.
For his carpal tunnel, if you get it. Not a bad theory.
We don't know shit about shit.
Not a bad theory.
That's what I get from this.
Not a bad theory.
All right.
I mean, come on, guys. That's pretty good. I put that together. It was pretty rough.
We need another movie.
It was pretty rough in the beginning, but we do need another movie.
Yeah,
but
I was lost.
as long as and not until the end, and you were like, "Fuck, that makes sense."
But it just seems not moot. What's the word? It just seems like extra bullshit if they happen to pick up another girl in 2028. Like, why?
It drives the story that, oh, we're now in a dimension where you never went up. It's the same year, but we're also fucking friends. So it drives the story in a way that you now know that similar things can happen in different universes, just not necessarily the same way. How the 2008 movie ties into that, other than the origin story of what started the franchise, I don't know. And then you know what the crazy part is? Cloverfield Lane can take place in any of them.
He just needs to fucking... Well, no, technically not. Because the aliens were completely different.
I mean, I guess to be fair, we don't really know what their technology looks like. I don't know.
It was just a big, scary alien. It didn't have technology.
Apparently it did in that. That's what I mean. The really weird one is obviously 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Really good movie, though.
But if you put all three together and just kind of ignore the very strange nuances of 2, and you go with my theory, to me it makes it more understandable, visually represented like that. He probably could have done a better job explaining it. Now, if you even try to tie Overlord into that, I don't fucking know.
Well, it takes place way before, and it doesn't have monsters.
Exactly. Aren't they like fucking zombies?
They were trying to make a super soldier serum, turn them into zombies.
Why would you include that in the universe then?
J.J. Abrams produced it. And it has references.
He always put... Well, his grandfather went by the name Kelvin.
Yeah,
or
and Slusho and...
Or something like that. That's why, like, the USS Kelvin in Star Trek. Or I think it's Kelvin.
You're right.
Maybe.
You are. From Star Trek, USS Kelvin?
No, I meant, like, his...
No, you're right. He named the USS Kelvin. That's it. You're right. It's the ship that gets destroyed...
He just named it after his grandpa, so a lot of the stuff you see, if you ever see the name Kelvin and JJ's involved, he's the one that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he loves lens flares, and I'll be honest, I love those lens flares.
I stand by my statement about episode 4 and 7.
What?
It's the same fucking movie.
4 and 7.
Star Wars.
Everyone agrees they're the same movie.
I know, he doesn't have an original thought in that fucking head.
I don't think that's true. I think it was a love letter to 4 from him.
Well, if he directed
and then
all
had
three,
they
it
let him helm the second and third cohesively, I think it'd have been way better. It wouldn't have been Palpatine comes back.
Somehow.
I guarantee you that was him and his writers being backed into a corner going, what the fuck do we do with what Rian Johnson gave us?
I wouldn't say Palpatine was the answer, but that's just me.
Sometimes nostalgia pays. And to be fair, that did well at the box office.
Do you know how many choices they could have had?
Quite a bit.
They could have said a new villain has emerged. His name's Grand Admiral Thrawn.
I'm not necessarily defending the creative choice, but what I will say is I don't want to sit here and place blame on JJ because I don't think it's his fault.
I understand that maybe he had to bring Palpatine back. I do not agree with how he did it.
For all we know, maybe that wasn't his idea.
He could have fixed the writing.
Not with Disney on your ass.
Introducing the big bad as somehow Palpatine returned is shit writing no matter who wrote it.
Depends on what context it was brought up. Because, like, say it was a slow burn, and then they reintroduced Palpatine, but that slow burn explained why he's still here, and then the dialogue, somehow Palpatine's back, because you just don't know how, but we as the viewers do. That would make way more sense. Obviously, we didn't get that. I'm saying he didn't get that slow burn because he couldn't do the second episode. He had to do 2.
Such a shitty fucking...
He had to do 1 and 3.
I hate 8. I drink that haterade.
I genuinely don't mind the direction they went in with Luke, but I think if you put all 3 together, none of it makes any more. Like, it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense?
I hate the direction they put on Luke. We fundamentally disagree on that, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. You should just let Sam Witwer take over the whole universe and just call it a day.
And Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau.
Sometimes I notice Dave Filoni has a little bit of issues with the weird shit.
Yeah, he's really bad at certain aspects of it.
Yeah,
that's
sometimes I'm like, why would you put that in there? Why would you put that in there?
That's why Dave and John did a good job.
Yeah.
But Star Wars Clone Wars is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean,
and that was all Dave.
Yeah. It was also animation, so he wasn't very limited to live action. Mm-hmm. And also, I'm assuming he had not a big budget, but a budget that was pretty big for animation.
And you need to watch Andor.
And I need to watch Andor. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I like Rogue One. It's like the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars.
Andor's so good.
Okay.
Season 1 and 2.
I tried to get a cohesive thing on YouTube where it showed me the ending of Andor into Rogue One, but when I watched it, it didn't make sense to me. So I guess I have to watch Andor.
You can't watch the ending of Andor into Rogue One. You have to watch the ending of Andor in the full Rogue One.
I'm talking about the beginning of Rogue One.
It was cohesive.
Not from what I saw. Don't look it up because I don't need to see it again.
You'll have to watch it.
I'll have to watch it. That was a 40-minute argument about something we ended up agreeing on.
You usually do that.
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
You start out argumentative.
I wasn't argumentative.
When you're not getting your point across.
I wasn't
very well.
argumentative. I tried to.
Because if you just slowed down and explained your whole point before being like bits and bobs, fuck you.
I never once said that. I never once said that. You were the one. You were the one that was like, "Well, where's old bitch from?" And I'm like,
throw out half an argument, and then you're like, "Fuck you if you don't believe me." No, because
then I was like, "Wait a minute. At what point did she come into the movie?" And you were like, "A little over halfway." And I'm like, "Did they jump again and then see her?" And you're like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay, the jump that it feeds into the argument I'm trying to make." I told you a million times I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I just remembered the point of when I put them all together last time I went over this, it was one big circle. And I was trying to explain that, but I couldn't remember when bitch was in. What the fuck ever. I never once did that shit.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, wasn't a beer.
No. And I suspect he feels the same way.
I doubt you'd switch to Budweiser one day.
I showed him.
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is,
Quick pause, you know what that looked like? The fucking sniper mission in Hitman. I've noticed some of this IP looks similar to what they've already created in Hitman. That makes me happy, because specifically, those are levels I would want to run through. So, I'm so happy Hitman IOI is handling this. I'm so happy they're handling this.
It looks really good.
I'm curious to see how they handle full sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just a light jog.
So I was watching some videos yesterday, and it was about, this is sidetrack. This is about when Hitman 2016 first came out. That was the big reboot not reboot, but continuation / soft reboot of the series. And then obviously you had Hitman 2 after they lost Phoenix Square or whatever the fuck.
Square Enix,
them bitches. Fucking cunts. I can't believe they were like, we got you. Never mind. And then sold it back to IOI because they were like, we as shareholders want our own, like, we want this, give it to us. And they got it. And then eventually that led us into how good Hitman 3 was. And then they onlined it, made it a whole, and now we have World of Assassins 1, 2, and 3, along with DLCs and then a lot of escalations. I did not know that there was a sniper co-op in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, you know those two people we see in the sneak peek they showed us of co-op?
Mm-hmm.
They look similar to the people you would play as if you and me were playing against each other. If you still have the original Hitman 1 2016, sniper co-op is still there. You and I can go play it right now, but it's not included in World of Assassins when all 3 games are...
I have the original. So do you?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I do. You do.
What?
I have it from you.
No.
Yeah. I'll show you on the Xbox.
There is no sniper co-op.
No. We have the original. Like, we can download it, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Well, if we download it, you and I could play sniper co-op, but that's not as fun. Be a lot cooler to take on a mission together, and I'm like, you get this guy, I'll get this guy. I thought that was cool. I didn't know they originally had a co-op, and then when they were switching to the World of Assassins and released the second game and the third game, that was one of the things they decided to take away. And looking at it now, how they've evolved and kind of done a lot of fan services. Hey guys, we haven't forgotten about you. The complete opposite of what Rockstar has done with Red Dead. They've now brought it back to be like, hey, we know you guys want this.
It's a soft spot.
But instead of just, yeah, it is.
You have to get that one out.
Every time. But instead of snipers, they're like, what if you could do full-blown missions instead of just creating contracts for each other? You can go do them together. That's cool.
It is really cool.
So I'm excited
for that.
I didn't know they had co-op to begin with, but I didn't know.
You think it'll be a whole new leveling system?
As in, like, you think they'll switch the levels?
Not even that. Like, obviously, can we wear the Hitman suits that we have on them? Are we going to have the same level? Are we going to have the same gear?
It depends. I don't know how much of a team they now have with all the money they've made that's dedicated so much to this, to also dedicating another individual team specifically to continue to work on Hitman. I can only assume that the wonderful devs they've had for Hitman 1, 2, and 3, now WOA, they put towards the Bond, which I'm happy about. So I don't know if they've had enough dedicated time specifically and had a big enough AAA studio that they now are to be able to do that. Like, give us all that content.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that we could just wear the same, like just have the same shit?
Maybe, but at the same time, IOI likes to let you grind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, you've seen Freelancer. When they introduced that changed the game for Hitman. Because they're like, here's all the same levels, but completely different. And it's now like you are an independent contract killer.
Mm-hmm.
And they just added a whole section to a game that no one even thought to do. So they may do that. I don't know, but I
guess we'll find out.
What they've basically said is that they've worked tirelessly to ensure that the co-op is calibrated the way they want it, rather than just like giving co-op sniper back or just releasing that as a whole across WOA. So, I mean, I would assume they're revamping some stuff, but then also bringing in a lot of new things.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, I don't know how much time they've had dedicated. How big is their team now?
I have no idea.
Well, after 1, 2, and 3, it's got to be bigger than it was with 1.
The long story short, we have no fucking idea.
I'm happy. We have a game studio that actually cares, and they've mentioned it multiple times every time they can. So they're also not quiet and like, I'm not going to say nothing because you don't get to know. Rockstar's like, we have your dick in our hand, and you will wait to piss. That's basically how they are.
And I will happily wait.
Yeah. That combat, go back to that.
Jet lag.
How do you feel about that?
I thought that was cool. You're James Bond. You're supposed to be able to do all that.
I know, but then they've also explained you get to decide whether or not you want to be sneaky or just go in guns blazing.
I'm gonna be sneaky.
Which you can technically do in Hitman, but not quite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that looks like a cutscene, but this is real. That's real. That's real. How the fuck how do you just throw a gun at somebody when you're out of ammo? That's sick. I like the kick. What?
The part where he's outside and he blows everything up.
Yeah.
No, continue.
Yeah.
That part, like the I don't. It's clearly gameplay.
Well, he probably shot something that exploded.
No, I know.
And yeah, you can see him shooting the red barrel right
I know,
there.
and his fucking whatchamacallit's in the air is shell casing. We missed it, but
Look at this guy.
Yep. Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Both the times I've heard somebody say ma'am in this, it sounds like
Mom. Did where do you Google this? Is he actually British?
Yeah.
Okay. You couldn't tell in the Dexter series. That's who the actor is, by the way.
Tell me, what do you do, James?
Lately, headhunting.
That looks like Sapienza. I don't think we can play that song. Yeah, I'm excited. It looks great. It looks phenomenal. What?
Nomi's got to piss.
Tell her to go pee. What?
Did you hear what I said?
Nomi? Yeah, tell her to take her.
She won't.
Well, kind of in the middle of something. Why won't she take her?
Because she dragged her across the yard.
Andy takes her every morning.
Caught it.
Resident Evil.
Sir.
I said, take her out. Man, they have not changed their hair physics in like 4 years.
Grace.
Their mocap looks fucking great, though.
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Doesn't it?
Yes?
Ooh, her hair does not move much.
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face
Get
the
over
past.
it.
Grace.
You had to say something about their hair, because this is a really good trailer, and I just can't get past the hair not moving very much.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
Yeah, see, I don't really care. I don't like the Resident
I
Evils.
liked 7, Biohazard. That's when they revamped it.
Oh, okay.
And 8 was really good. It's just they changed a lot of how it works. So, it looks good. I'm excited for it.
Andy made me sad.
For Light.
Yeah. She was off her meds for a long time. I am Ripper? Fuck is this? What's the other way? On our nice full trash can.
It's been full for a year.
I gotta take it out. I can't even remember if there's a bag in there.
Ooh.
What the fuck was that?
Please, listen. I promise I won't tell anyone about this. If you just let me. Oh, God, no, please. No, please, stop.
I can't tell if that's this or the...
So it's like a butterfly effect game, and you can save everybody or let everybody die.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna let everybody die.
Save everybody.
Batman. Whatchamacallit?
It looked good. It looked real good.
Yeah, but it looks like fucking Batman Arkham Knight graphics.
Maybe.
The graphics look like 10 years old.
Leave them alone.
No.
They're AA studio.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is playing?
Grounded 2. Oh my god, can we switch from a trailer real quick? We've been watching too many trailers.
I'll even start with yours.
Let's see what videos we got. I got some fucking crazy ones that I've already sent to you. I don't know if you've looked at them.
I am not watching any more of those.
Why?
Because those aren't crazy. Those are fucking dumb.
Brick by brick, man. Brick by brick.
Yeah, I can tell.
Do that one.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Meow meow. 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 Meow meow.
Hell yeah. Continue.
The fuck's the matter with you?
Bunch of things. That one's. Someone said completely legal, by the way. Someone said, is this in a public lobby? Oh, scroll down.
No.
Why not?
I've seen that one. I saw this one.
Some of the ones you sent me, like the Batman one, was already on my For You page before you sent it to me.
Not fire.
Fire as fuck. Click that one. Hold on. I gotta
switch to Trevor. All right, let's see where Trevor's at.
That one's so fucking funny. Look at her face.
Oh, where the hell are we? Is he in a dress?
Oh, I find the deer that pissed on me. I'm gonna eat its warm liver.
What?
Okay. Click the one on the right. Down. Yeah, that one. It reminded me of you. Oh. Scroll. I don't think that's. Yeah, click that. Dude, 2 in the morning, you're not expecting that? It's like, what the fuck? Oh, go to the art critic reactor. Yeah.
As a professional art critic, there's a lot of artwork I see that I wish people could just light on fire. Now, this artist does it himself, not to destroy his paintings, but to add a layer of dynamic movement to them. Some might call it gimmicky. I really, really like it. Send this to someone who was sexually molested but really enjoyed it. As a professional...
You sent me the other one with shadows.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I don't know what that one is.
This one?
Yeah.
And then I told him 1 in 14 million, but I didn't think he would off himself. And then I told him...
Someone said this is canon. Oh my god. Scroll down. Scroll down.
You're the worst.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I'm not clicking it.
Scroll down. Go to the ones I sent you, because I've been sending you a lot of good ones rather than liking them. Are you afraid or something, Josh?
No, I've seen them, and they're not good ones.
They're fucking hilarious. What are you talking about?
Not clicking that one. That's the shadow one I was talking about.
What the heck is she trying to paint? Well, ends up, this is a perfect example of an artist playing with shadows and negative space to uncover a really captivating, super romantic piece of art, and she's applying the paint, not with a brush, but with a rag. Send this to someone that you think has undiagnosed Down syndrome.
These are golden, dude. What are you talking
They're
about?
the fucking worst.
They're fucking amazing.
They're the fucking worst.
Me and Andy laughed so hard watching that one.
Day, dearly.
Someone said just messing around.
Birthday, dear Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth, he's still in love with you. Happy birthday, dear Jacob. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackie Poo.
And it feels like I need.
Boy, I see where your For You page is at. Oh my god. Oh my god. We cannot play this. What are you doing?
I thought you muted the sound.
No, I
bro.
Got hit with a bucket of. What?
Where did it go?
Isn't there a joke about a bucket online?
Oh shit, yeah. Dude, my For You page is fire. Dude, look at it.
Mmm, so good and tasty.
It was on mine too.
No, I sent it to the group chat.
Delivery done right.
Jesus Christ. What's go up? Go up. The girl. What's the girl? I feel like I've seen that.
Watch out, there's a rock here.
Oh, thanks. We couldn't.
There's a rock here.
Oh, thanks.
The fuck happened? We couldn't afford him.
We couldn't afford them.
So I fall in love just a little.
You are the manager. Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hell yeah, dude. This is the thing people are mad about.
Why?
And her new album cover? Oh my god, people were upset.
She's an adult.
It's kind of how I feel.
I don't understand.
Kind of how I feel. Oh, this is fire. You like this?
I've seen it.
I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. Hold on, is that Racky?
The cop joining them is pretty sick.
Fire.
Be ridiculous.
Shut
Oh shit. Oh, you'll like this one.
I've seen it. We have the pretty much the same For You, minus my little
dumb shit.
Little exceptions. Is that Henry Cavill? You have to turn this off. Sorry. That one will get super copywritten. That's that's Kanye West, isn't it? Yeah. He needs all the money he can get right now, okay?
Oh, yeah, he does. Broke boy. Have you seen this?
Get in there.
I'll try not to make you look too bad.
How many people do you think he's just paralyzed on a daily basis?
If you ain't dead, I ain't breaking my rule.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Have you seen this?
To where he eats the yeah. Those are all pretty smooth, other than like one of the last ones too. What is this? This cod.
Got contact.
Someone said that's fucking disgusting. Fucking did him dirty. What the fuck? Someone said I honestly would never touch the game again. Imagine being like, wait, all right, he's gone. He's coming back up.
I think I've shown you a few of these.
Yeah, you have. It's me, dude. I'm Cody.
Have you seen that?
No.
Episode 5 of the No Cough Special. Cheers, everybody. Stay frosty.
There's one guy who's way better at it.
How'd I do? Episode.
You take special care of him. He's my special boy. You take.
Why does it smell like Updog in here? What is Updog? Fuck you. Why does
You can't, someone say you can't name a cat that.
Updog?
The black one's name is Skid Mark, a comment said. Fire trapped. We're at an hour and 10. Let's go back to the trailers. What's the trailers? Is this another Superman one? Why has he released like 8 fucking trailers? What's that about?
Just the second one, but sure.
He's had like 3. Remember? He had like 2 or 3 teasers.
The most powerful being on planet Earth. We finally meet. Now, as planned, I'll destroy you.
I know damn well that hurt his bald head.
That reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
He's gonna be such a great Lex Luthor.
No matter what you do to me, Luthor, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Crypto took off his helmet.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Big Blue, I like that.
Buckle up.
Click pause. I like how they're going. What the fuck? I like how they're going back to the. You see the credits, the way the things are. It's like Christopher Reeve's.
Yeah.
I'm so happy James Gunn went back to that because Whether people like it or not, Christopher Reeves was like such a good fucking
You're
Superman.
so happy he gets it.
He does. I used to watch those when I was younger. You know how cool that was?
They chose him. Let them die.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Are we going to see it in IMAX? What else comes out here soon?
People were upset that he had the red on him from the heat vision, and I'm like, he's probably fucking overdoing it, trying to fight all these motherfuckers.
Is that what we think it's from?
That is what it's from. Huh. Unless somebody fucking pepper sprayed him with kryptonite. Oh. Maybe he got kryptonite pepper sprayed. Could have been. But I do think it's overdoing it from the lasers. I mean, especially from this scene alone. Where was it?
It's where he does a spin. Yeah, I know. Why do people care?
It looks great.
I get Henry Cavill. Like, I get Superman, like, it's supposed to be invincible. There's a whole comic book called The Death of Superman, which they did in Snyderverse, and no one fucking bitched about that. That motherfucker got killed by fucking Batman, man. You know what I'm talking about. But that's, like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was pissed Batman fought him. To be fair, Batman should have died, like,
nope,
fucking immediately.
Dark Knight Returns.
Is it just because Bruce Wayne had prep time? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Come
Dark
on.
Knight Returns, he whoops his ass, and it is fucking fantastic.
Hey, buddy.
We saw this. I just went back to show you the heat vision.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic.
Yes, it does. Lex being a god tier hater is peak. Yeah, that's great. They chose him. Let them die. Dude is nasty. That's what I like about it. He's supposed to be diabolical.
That's so true.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff. Was the most perfect Brendan Fraser impression. Yeah. Fuck, he reminds me of young Brendan. Young Brendan could have pulled off Superman.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Yeah, that was
and
really
that was funny.
Yeah, let's make him George of the Jungle. Fuck it. Grounded 2. I still need to play the first one.
We've played it a little bit.
A little
I
bit.
told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast.
You said, what the fuck is playing?
With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
You gotta keep them separated.
That looks really good.
Yes, it does. What time's my vape shop close?
It's definitely already closed, dog.
Fuck. We're out of juice.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
You're telling me. What?
Think this is copyrighted?
Fuck, it all is.
God, when you put it like that, it just seems like a lot.
Yeah, and they're like, we never made a sequel. They need to name it Spaceballs 2 Search for the Sequel.
The Search for More Money.
Oh, yeah, that one. That one. You think they'll name it that? Oh my God. They're going to shit on 7, 8, and 9. Well, if he's coming back as Yogurt.
It would be even funnier if they made
Something better than fucking 7, 8, and 9.
Heir to the Empire.
I don't think they can.
They might.
Okay, so this is my thing. George Lucas is the one that let them do the first Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, absolutely, parry it. That's fine. Didn't he have a stipulation?
No merchandise. That's why there was so much merchandise. Remember?
In the movie?
Yeah.
But not for actually sale?
Yes.
Okay, no merchandise. Okay. Spaceballs the flamethrower. That's why Elon Musk made a flamethrower. Okay. Fucking, I love...
But it fucking sucks because I want that t-shirt.
Spaceballs the sweatshirt. I think you can get it on TikTok. My thing is, do you think they're only allowed to make a second one because they already did the first one and Disney's like,
Probably.
You think... Because George Lucas doesn't own Lucasfilm anymore. Disney does. Kathleen Kennedy's the head of Lucasfilm?
Dude, it might have been. Mel Brooks came to Kathleen with...
It was like, look...
Lucas. And was like...
fuck. I mean, to be fair, they already have their own IP because they already did one movie.
Yep.
Maybe no matter if Disney bought it...
I know it works differently with games, but it might be different with movies.
Because you had Rebel Moon by Zack Snyder. It was his version of Star Wars.
It sucked ass.
I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful. Yeah. It's definitely a technical IP thing.
And who's coming back?
Rick Moranis and Bill Pullman.
Rick Moranis is back out of 30 years of retirement.
Did he retire in 95? Yeah, I think his last one was Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Yeah, Bill Pullman's coming back as Lone Star. I think his son's going to be in it.
Louis Pullman.
Louis Pullman, who was in Thunderbolts, who was great. His last role was 1972, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, yes.
Yeah, live action.
Or 1992.
He does a lot of voice work.
He does voice work specifically just to pay the bills.
Keep the bills paid.
Yep. But he basically raised his kids after his wife died.
Yeah, but just tidbits. I think the last thing was 2006, and it was Brother Bear 2. Because he played the Meese.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff specifically for voices and whatnot. Yeah, literally just to pay the bills. Think about all the favors that guy has.
Goldbergs.
Yeah, think about all the favors that guy has. All he's got to do is be like, "Hey, I just need some cash, quick millie, you know what I mean?" Yep, 86 to 91.
God damn.
72.
Got to get this movie out quick.
They said 2027, and I was surprised. Do you think this is the announcement and they haven't started filming yet?
No,
Someone said it would have been even cooler had they not announced anything. Or they announced it, right? And then when they drop it, not announce anything other than the day you drop it on streaming services. Spaceball 2, The Quest for More Money, and then have a full theatrical release in 2027.
You think?
Someone said that it would have been funny. There was a whole video I watched. It might have been on my TikTok, but I can't remember.
No, it would have been funny for sure.
We out of here?
Yeah, I got to shit.
I got to pee.
You can pee first, and I have to shit.
Thanks for letting everybody know. Get us out of here!
Punch it, Chewie.
Punch it!
Good. You're good. Go pee.
I have to...
The mouse.